Hello!
Hello and welcome
Welcome to the show.
to Deaf and Dumb.
Deaf and Dumb. We're,
That was really loud. I might have peaked the microphone a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. You usually do get loud.
Yeah.
We're trucking along.
Trucking alone.
Mm-hmm.
You have a good
24th episode.
24? Is that where we're at?
Yep, we're on 24. You
The
don't know
entire
what episode we're on?
this entire podcast takes place between the hours of like, what is it?
It's
9 o'clock.
24. I never watched 24.
I have never watched 24 either.
Well,
but
I know about
like
that show,
I know
that
it's
it all
like
takes-
it's in real time.
Uh-huh.
And that it's at the beginning of every episode is like this takes place between this hour
time.
and this hour or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's the extent of. And you got Jack Bauer,
Who has some really crazy 24 hours apparently. Because how many seasons did they do of that show?
Oh, I don't know.
A lot. They
I
did a lot of
assume like
seasons
the
and
first
a movie.
season. Yeah, the season was
24 episodes.
Was it 24 episodes?
Yeah, each season was a day.
It's a hell of a day.
Yeah, exactly. He had some crazy days.
And then he went on to voice Big Boss.
Yes, emotion caps too. So.
Jack Bauer is Big Boss.
Yes. Which a lot of people made a big deal out of.
Yeah. Including
David Hayter.
Including David Hayter,
who was ousted as the voice of Doug Ball. I was kind of hoping, and me and Graham had discussed this, our buddy Graham. That we were hoping that it would actually turn out that he would, Jack Bauer would be, or well, what's his real name?
No, I'm not going to tell you.
I don't know the guy's real name. I've forgotten. Anyway, he did it, and we were hoping that because he was doing Big Boss, that Snake would show up, and they would be voiced by David Hayter.
Yeah, like to separate the characters.
To separate the characters with new voices. So, but that didn't happen.
Voiced by Jack Bauer.
I mean, yeah, Jack Bauer. Because I cannot remember that guy's name right now.
I'm not gonna help you.
You know it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember. Did you say it earlier?
No.
You didn't say it.
I did not say it earlier.
Okay, good. I would feel really bad, really stupid if you had said it earlier and I couldn't remember.
We've said it on this show before.
We have.
Uh-huh.
Keith or Sutherland.
Yes.
That's it. Keith? Is it Keith? Keitha.
He's got a weird name.
Keitha?
I think it's Kiefer.
Kiefer Sutherland.
He's got a weird name.
That's great. Okay. Well, he's the voice Big Boss, and
he's Jack Bauer.
He's
always Jack Bauer, even though I've never watched that show.
Never watched. It's a good name, Jack Bauer.
Jack Bauer. You notice it's like you got like Jack Bauer, Jason Bourne, and Jack Reacher. And
it doesn't quite follow the mode. The
yeah,
other
but
one
they
had
all
the JB names.
yeah, but they all James Bond. I mean, they're all following JB. I mean, the whole thing.
Except for Jack Reacher.
Yeah, Jack Reacher, but still, that terrible name for a cool person. Well, there's another one. But yeah,
there's a lot of JBs.
Yeah, JB, James Bond. The whole thing. They all want to be James Bond.
Yeah. Well, he's the ultimate, agent or whatever, fake agent.
From Russia with Love on TV just now.
Yeah, they've been showing a lot of James Bond on TV.
Yeah, the good, bad, and the ugly.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a Bond movie.
That's not a Bond movie. That's
but I'm referring to the quality of the movies.
So what have you been playing this week?
Oh, I've been playing a lot of things this week.
I have not.
Still trucking away at Pokemon Go.
Yes, of course. Pokemon Go is the thing I've probably spent the most time on.
I've been playing. I played a little bit of Overwatch.
Yeah.
In fact, I wasn't going to play before this with our brother Robert.
Bro Rob.
And our schedules just haven't synced up. We played the other day. I guess it was yesterday. And but I have tried out the new support character, Anna.
Anna, yeah.
Yeah. And I like her.
Yeah.
I like it. It's different. It's cool. You're just shooting everybody. It doesn't matter who you're aiming at. You just shoot everybody.
You're indiscriminate.
If they're good, you just shoot your friends, your enemies, whatever. Who cares? It's helping.
Yeah.
But I like her. I think
that's
cool.
interesting.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot less thinking. Just fire. You see something move, shoot it.
It's all about just lining up shots and shooting.
Yeah. She's a sniper, right?
Yeah,
so
she's
a
sniper.
Do you move around a lot, or you kind of sit in one spot?
I found myself running around a lot, but usually you try to get a good position and snipe. She doesn't have the mobility like Widowmaker, who's one of the other snipers, not a support sniper, just a regular sniper.
Yeah.
And a killy sniper, not a healy sniper. She has a little grappling hook, so she can pull up and get up on high advantage point. Anna doesn't really have anything like that. She's still just kind of got to run around. But she's still cool. I like her.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm gonna try her out some more. So that was good. I played hers a bit.
Yeah.
Still playing Reaper and Reinhardt, and I was trying out. I tried out Widowmaker a little bit. I was playing her some.
Yeah.
And I did some good games and some not so good games.
Yeah.
As that tends to go. There was one game where we had it. We had it was a control capture point thing, and we had 99%.
Oh, yeah?
Of the capture. And they had nothing. 0.
Yeah.
And then we just could not gain that 1%. They took it from us, and we could never get it back.
Really?
And we lost.
You lost? You had 99%?
99%, they had 0. Lost? Well, what happened was 2 people bailed on us.
Oh.
Like, the 2 highest level people just disappeared. I don't know if they dropped the game, but suddenly it wasn't. We were short 2 people, and then suddenly we couldn't. It just messed up.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if they timed out. I'm not sure what happened. But, so we lost. Even though we only needed 1%.
Yeah.
Robert would tell you that I got a little frustrated. And I only played one more game, and I was just like, no, I'm done. I'm done for the night. I was getting kind of annoyed. I was getting mad.
Did you rage quit?
I did not rage quit. I finished the games, and I played another game or 2, and then I was like, okay, I've had enough. I was a little frustrated, and none of the games went very well, and the team was being dumb, and I was just like, okay, I'm not playing right now. I'm done. I've had enough. But it's still fun. Also was checking out the Fallout 4.
Yes, I did do that.
DLC Vault-Tec.
I loaded it up.
Yeah.
I was gonna play. I don't know if I played it the day it came out or not. I can't remember. But I think I did. I loaded it up and I started to play. But Steam controller doesn't. Okay, so usually what I do when I'm playing a game on PC is I'll load up and play with the Steam controller most times. But I used to play Fallout 4 with the Xbox 360 controller. So I was like, I'll just jump over to the Steam controller.
Switch to your Steam controller.
They don't have any support for it on there. I mean, they usually the way it works is what I do is I go into the community and see what the highest ranking controls are.
Yeah, like control setup.
Yeah, usually there's people who have made ones that are pretty good. And
but
there were none.
None?
I don't know why.
Are you sure you looked in the right place?
I looked in the right place, and I don't know why there are none there.
Nuns?
Nuns.
Lots of nuns.
Lots of nuns.
Well,
and so... But they're just the basic controls. I just could not. I couldn't get into it.
You couldn't get into it?
So I finally just quit using this controller and just started playing keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, as you should have been doing the whole time.
And which wasn't a problem, but I don't know any of the controls. So I was basically relearning the game because I don't know any of the key commands or anything. I was like, okay, how do I get into that? How do I do? I had to basically do all that. And I'm level 40 something, so I'm just in the middle of battles trying to figure out how to do stuff.
Which normally wouldn't that be a big deal, except if you use VATS a lot, you need to know the button for that. Yeah. And when you're jumping into the DLC where you're building stuff, you need to know all the controls for it. And they're a little weird.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that really just explains how that stuff works either.
Yeah.
So.
The new Vault-Tec, which I was very excited about.
Yeah.
So I started playing, was having trouble with the Steam controller, got kind of frustrated, and then I switched to keyboard.
So you rage quit?
No, I didn't rage quit. I was walking around, but I was walking really slow. And I could not figure out why. I was like, man, I don't remember. It's been a while since I played. And I was like, I don't remember walking this slow. Did they change the power armor? Because I was in power armor. I was like, maybe they changed it and updated it slower in the power armor now or something. Could not figure out. Driving me nuts. Finally gave up. I was like, okay,
you came in there and talked to me.
I came in and talked to you.
I said, did you hit with your cap lock locked on?
And I was just like, I don't know. What happened was, I'm pretty sure, is one of the buttons on the Steam controller activated that.
Yeah,
and I just didn't know it. And so when I had done it with the Steam controller, I had no idea how I did it. I think that's what happened.
And so it was on. It was
on, and then so as soon as I came back in later, which I've played walking slow for a while, and I got to the new.
I don't remember it taking this long to get anywhere.
Yeah. So in the new Vault-Tec DLC, you get a radio signal like all the other ones, and you go to a vault, basically. And I had gotten there, and I got to the workshop. It's pretty early in the day, and I got to the workshop, and I had no idea how to do the workshop on the keyboard and mouse. Could not figure it out. I was pressing all kinds of buttons.
And all you had to do was just walk over to me and say, "Hey Dan, what's the control for VATS? What's the controls for?"
I finally just got fed up, and I was just like, "Okay, I'm just gonna stop playing for now."
You know how you could have avoided this, right?
I could have just asked you.
Well, you could have asked me. That would have solved your problem. But you know what I would avoid from the beginning. Yeah, you should have just been loyal to the system and play with the keyboard and mouse, like I have done, because I'm a good person.
Now, here's the story on this. I switched to Xbox 360 when Elder Scrolls Oblivion came out, because I had to either pay money to upgrade my computer to play Elder Scrolls, or buy an Xbox 360. And the Xbox 360 was cheaper.
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
See, I chose the path less traveled, because you and Graham and Josh, all of y'all had your 360. I had a 360 too. But all y'all had your 360s. I didn't get one till a little later. But you all had your 360s, and you all bought Oblivion on there. Yeah. And I was the only one who bought it on PC, and which was kind of funny. But I remember us getting all together like we were originally going to play. Everyone brought their Xbox. We were originally going to play some Halo Lands or something like that. I don't remember what. And all we ended up doing was everyone was like we had rooms that shared a bathroom, so we had the doors open. You had a person in there with you, and I had a person in my room. I'm sitting at my computer playing.
It was Josh and Graham.
Yeah, Josh and Graham. They each had their own Xbox and their own CD set up, and we could all just we were all in a row there, all playing Oblivion.
Yeah.
And
we were all playing a single player game.
Yeah, the three of y'all were on your console, and I was on my PC, because I upgraded my PC to play it.
Yeah,
and that's the route I took.
Well, because I switched to Xbox 360, I started playing with the controller. Yeah. And from then on, I played all of them with the controller. I played Skyrim with the Xbox 360 controller. I played Fallout 3, New Vegas, and Fallout 4, all with the Xbox.
Do you own those on PC?
I do now.
Okay.
At the time, I didn't. I mean, I got them on sales over the years. I have all of them on PC now. Haven't really played them much on PC. Well, I don't know if I have New Vegas. I have Fallout 3, and I have 1 and 2, obviously, now on Steam.
I don't have Fallout 3 on Steam. I owned it on PC, but I had the Game for Windows version.
Yeah.
So I still have a disc laying around somewhere for it. But it's the only one I don't have on Steam. I have every other Fallout game on Steam now.
I have Fallout 1, 2, and Tactics on a disc, a DVD disc.
Yeah. I have 1 and 2 on Steam. I don't have Tactics on it, but I have...
It's a weird box I have. It's made by some third party, and I'm questioning if it was legitimate or not, because I think I got it in the era when Interplay had basically shut down.
Yeah, so nobody really owned the license.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what. It may not be a legitimate copy.
Yeah,
but I have it on there, and it's kind of has a weird installation thing. But I have the Fallout 1 and 2 on.
I have found, after doing some digging, I found my original Fallout 1 disc, because I bought the little pack that came with 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this back when we were 13 or something, and I loved those games. But I found my Fallout 1 disc. I still have it. I never did find my Fallout 2, but I own them all on Steam now just because I want to have them.
Easier.
Which I talked about the Fallout 1.5.
Yeah.
So I've been playing it off and on too. So I've been playing a lot of Fallout this week.
Yeah.
And so I was playing it, and it gets pretty good. It has that, like I said before, it has a bit of a curve of being really hard at the beginning, but now I've kind of got past that. It's still a hard game.
Yeah.
It's not very forgiving, but I'm getting into the bigger cities, and it's pretty cool. It feels like a Fallout 1 game, Fallout 2, and it's pretty cool. I mean, it's got a little quality things that make it look a little bit like a mod, but otherwise it feels like I'm playing a new, fresh Fallout 2.
Yeah, I may have to check that out.
Yeah.
Because I like those games, and
yeah.
we've talked about I wish I could remake my memories of them just so I could play them again.
But back to Fallout 4, I was playing it, and I was enjoying it, and I was kind of developing my vault, and I was getting to where I got to the point where I could start building my own vault, and I was trying to basically figure out how I wanted to do it. Yeah. And then also I was trying to figure out, because there's a lot of new stuff in it that was added by contraptions and I forget the name of it.
The traps.
The traps one.
Yeah, the Pokemon
and so I was sorting through all that, and I couldn't. I was trying to figure out how the power worked in the vaults, which I didn't realize this, but after doing some research, I realized that the vault walls will carry power if you hook it up to it.
Yeah, I didn't know that. You told me about that. Yeah. I haven't started building on the vault
and
yet.
there's like a special conduit thing you can mount to the vault walls to connect power or pull power off of it. So I was trying to get that to work, but then I started running into weird issues where I couldn't get Fallout 4 to load.
Oh, really?
Like, I would go to run it. Like, I played it the day it came out, and I played it the next day, and then, like, the third day I went to play it, and I went to Steam, and I clicked on Fallout 4 to open, and my screen would black out, and then nothing, it would never load. It would just sit there with a black screen. And I just crashed it out, and after several tries, I could not get it to run. I even changed the video settings. I could not get it to run. And after doing a bunch of I finally just tried, I opened Big Picture mode in Steam and ran it through there, and it works. Yeah. It works fine now. So I was having weird issues there. And then I was having crashes for no reason. I'll be just playing, and it just crashed. I don't know why.
That's weird.
I know. It's very...
Have you run... You probably should try running the integrity
check the integrity of it. I might need to, but...
Just to see.
I don't know.
Because usually that's not... If it's a minor fix, it'll fix it.
Yeah, there's... I don't know. Something weird. But, like, it hadn't been bad. Like, I've been able to play for the most part, but it always comes at, like, a weird point where I'm like, I don't really feel like trying to get back in and figure out what I lost because I know it didn't save. So I just kind of end up stopping when it crashes. So I haven't played as much as I was planning to. I've been thinking about it a lot playing because I'm talking to you about it. Like, how I want to lay out my vault.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that too because I'm at that point to start building, and I'm just like trying to decide how I want to do it, and you know there are areas, space to work with, and most of it's pretty open. You kind of do whatever you want. So I've been thinking about it, and I've been mostly just thinking about it. I haven't actually sat down and done it yet. But I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
I like the idea of building a vault.
Yeah,
I just hope the actual experiments, which I haven't got into yet, are actually
I've done the first one a little bit.
Are interesting and diversifying.
Yeah,
diversity is where I'm.
Yeah, you're looking for.
Like, I have control over what happens is what I'm interested in.
At least from the first one, you do a little bit. I think it's more of choosing, at least so far. I don't know. I'll see after I play it some more. Yeah. And
so,
which,
hopefully next week I'll play some more and get back to it.
Yeah. It's fun, and I want to try it some more, and like just because you got this huge space to work in, and you kind of explore it out. Yeah. Like the old where you're building this vault, and that's kind of cool. And the way that it uses the workshop to kind of mix with dungeon delving kind of thing going on, which is really cool. So you're exploring this. It's basically a dungeon. It's basically an old shaft, and you're using the workshop to open up new areas, and then there are stuff in there, and monsters and all kinds of stuff. So it's cool.
There's some creatures. It hadn't been too hard for me because I'm level 40 something playing it.
I'm level like 60.
Really? 60? Wow.
Yeah, I'm level 60.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I'm 40 something, and it's not. It's easy for me to go through it. The only thing. There's the one big thing that was a little tough, but other than that, no.
I'm level 60, and I'm walking around with a Gatling laser. And I just mow things down. It's been, though, I mean, some of it's been a little tough if they catch me off guard or something, but for the most part, I'm just like, I'm playing my first character.
That's why.
Who's my Iron Man guy. He practically never leaves his armor. Yeah. My other characters didn't use the armor so much. Yeah. But my first character was just like, he never left his armor.
Yeah. What else have you been playing this week?
Well, I played, 2 games of Warmachine this week, which is unprecedented.
Yeah, no, it's not too
usually,
often.
Yeah, usually I get like 1 game in every 2 weeks or so. But I got 2 games in this week with our buddy Gary.
Yeah.
Hey, we got the itch. We got him itching to play, and he's trying out a new faction.
You lost the first game.
Yeah, I played last week on, I think it was Wednesday night.
Yeah.
We went over, and you were doing Pokemon
I was
stuff.
doing Pokemon Go stuff. I went over just to basically hang around his apartment and catch Pokemon.
Yeah, because there's tons of Pokemon at his place.
Yeah, and then I went downtown over there, and
so you've been stocked up on everything while I've been
I'm almost out.
I've been Pokemon poor.
And then while you played Warmachine with Gary.
Yeah. So the first game was not quite as bad as my last game with John Dorsey. Because if y'all remember, I'm pretty sure I talked about it on the podcast.
You talked about it
a
week ago.
It basically was 1 round where he wiped me out. He had 1 round. He feeded. He was playing with a guy called the Butcher, and he feeded, and basically all his guys did a ton of damage, and he just destroyed all my Warjacks in 1 turn.
Yeah.
And I was just like demoralized, and probably one of the few times I was kind of not happy at the end. I lose most games I play. But I still enjoy them. Yeah. I still really enjoy the game. It's always a good game. And that was the first time I was just like, well, I'm not really happy about that. Like, and it, of course, again, we just switched to Mark III, the new rules and new cards and everything has changed. And I played with Gary, and it kind of similar thing happened where it wasn't as bad though. Like,
you learned.
We had 1 round where he hit me really hard, and I was kind of crippled for the rest of the fight, and he ended up winning.
Yeah.
We played again Saturday night, and
it's not night; it was during the day.
During the day, and
I didn't go this time. I didn't. I decided
you did not go.
I did. I thought about going and doing the same thing.
Maybe that's it.
Maybe
you being there is bad luck for me.
I decided to just stay home that day.
I changed up my list. I made some tweaks. Like all my list had the avatar of Menoth, which is like the big heavy jack that got sent by the Lord Menoth to fight for me, and I ran a list without him because he cost 20 points.
Yeah,
and now the points buying system in Warmachine, the new version especially, you have your Warcaster who gives you so many points. In the new one, in the old version, you only got a few points to just add on top of everything else. The new version, your Warcaster gets you a lot more extra points, but that only goes toward whatever's in his battle group. So it only includes Warjacks, basically. So you have like 20-something to 30 points that you can spend just for Warjacks. But of course, that means you can freeze up more points for other things.
Yeah.
But the avatar is autonomous. It doesn't belong in the Warjack in the battle group like all the other Warjacks.
Okay.
It doesn't have a Cortex.
So it's just 20 points.
It's powered by God. I guess directly, and the Warcaster doesn't technically control it. So it gets its own focus from somewhere else, and it just doesn't have a Cortex and it just runs. It's like this weird, thing. And so it's not in your battle group. Therefore, he's expensive. He costs 20 points. But that's not coming out of my Warjack pool. That's coming out of my everything else pool. I decided
you have Warjack and him, and then nothing else.
We've been running 50-point games, and so I decided to not put him in and to use those points on something else. So I ran my errants, who I've been kind of griping. I've been complaining because it feels like. For the Mark III changes for Menoth have also mostly been debuffs. Like, it almost feels like they've done nothing but nerf me a lot.
Yeah.
Because the Errant, who is like the only unit in Mark II, is the only unit you would ever need if you're playing Protector of the Menoth. There's lots of other units. None of them are as good.
Yeah.
There was no reason to take anything else because the Aryans if you had the unit attachment with them, the officer and standard bearer, they had Pathfinder. They had Quick Works. Yeah. They had Weapons
You're saying
Masters.
all these things that mean nothing to me.
Basically, they had everything.
Okay.
Like all the special abilities.
They had all the abilities.
Yeah, and their weapons did extra damage because they were Weapons Masters. They had range and melee attacks, and they were pretty decent at both. It's like they had everything. There was no reason not to take anything else and only
they're the best cookie.
Exactly. And so, in a lot of ways, what they did was they took stuff away from them and spread it out among some of the other units. So now I'm actually looking at all these other units that I looked at before and said, I don't need that. Why would I ever take that? I have errants.
Yeah.
The errants are still really good.
Yeah. But
They're not as good. Not so good that I don't look at other stuff and say, I could run these other things.
Yeah.
So I ran some errants, and then I got rid of the avatar, and they gave me free 20 points that I ran a bunch of paladins.
Okay.
I got these paladin guys, and they're not a unit, but I got a bunch of solos.
Okay.
And so there's 3 regular paladin of the Order of the Wall is what they're called. They're really cool. They're really badass looking. They got these big flowing capes, a big shield, and a big sword. And then there's a character guy, a character solo who works with them named High Paladin Darton Velmont, and he's awesome. Okay. And he gives them extra abilities by being there with them. So I got a posse of a paladin posse.
And so because you changed things, you won.
I won actually. Yeah. I didn't think so. Again, I had a round where he hit me really hard. Yeah. He's been playing Gator Pigs, as we're calling it. It's the minions. There's hordes, and Warmachine has mercenaries. Yeah. Which are like, your extra high for guys for hire. But you can also just run mercenaries if you want. Yeah. So basically, you have one faction. Yeah. You have mercenaries that are they're not affiliated with other factions, so you can put them with yours. They'll fight for certain other factions. They're really picky about which ones they fight for, but you can still do it. Well, you can also just run a mercenary army because they have their own casters. Yeah. And in the old rules, you had to pick between a certain ones, and they had to say within that group. Well, now any mercenary can work with any mercenary except for my puppet masters. They're weird, and they won't work for anyone else except for Cephalix. Anyway, in hordes, what their version of mercenaries is called minions, and they're all these like weird animal creature things. Yeah. And so there's gators, there's like gatormen and pigmen, and he's super excited, and I don't blame him. It's kind of weird and cool. Excited about running a gator pig army, like a mix of pigs and gators, and he's eating it up and loves it. So he's been trying that out. Yeah, and so he came at me with this like big ridiculous double charge frenzy attack thing, and hit my 2 heavies. Well, I didn't have 2 heavy. I had a heavy and a light jack that was like my really really important light jack. He was a character light jack, and he came up and beat them up to basically I couldn't give them focus anymore. They still could move and attack with one of their weapons, but otherwise they weren't near as powerful as they should have been because he crippled them basically. Yeah. And so I was like, man, I was worried it was going to happen again. But he didn't kill them. Okay. And so, by doing that, he stuck himself way out there, like right up in front of me. So I was set up way better. I didn't rush my errants up like I did before, which got them killed. Yeah. And I kind of realized that the errants, you got to hold them back. Yeah. If you can hold them back and get them and then charge them in, they can do some serious damage. He had
waiting for that right moment, or that opportunity, instead of just charging.
Yeah. And the paladins are no joke either. So I had them on either side of my armies, and he came in at me with the big heavy. He had 3 heavies. They came in and come hitting on me and, did some serious damage. And I was like, I'm not in a good position. And then I was like, okay, well, then I charged my errants and my paladins back at him. And I took out all 3 of his heavies in that one round. Nice. I destroyed them. Part of it was, it worked out really well. And then part of it was also I rolled really well. Mm-hmm. I started rolling those damage. Because what happens when you charge someone, you get a boosted damage. So that means you normally roll 2 6-sided dice. Yeah. When you boosted it, you get an extra one. Okay. So you added to it. Yeah, you add to it. Extra d6 of damage. Well, with Weapons Master, they already get an additional dice. Okay. So I'm rolling. So with the charge, Weapon Masters and the Paladins and the Errants have Weapons Master. I roll 4 dice. Okay. And so I had 3 or 4 of them hitting each of the
So that's
heavies.
a minimum of 4 damage to
Well, I mean,
24.
It goes against their armor, so the armor subtracts from that value.
Yeah, okay.
But
so,
it gets
from
you
the
higher.
roll, you're going from 4 to 24.
Yeah, you're going from an average of 7 with an extra dice is an average of 10.5. And then I'm not sure what it is after that. It's it goes up a little more.
It's
12, like 13, 12. 14 probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was able to, and I just rolled. I spiked several rolls. I had like lots of 5s and 6s, and so I just decimated him. And he was just like, "Wow, that turned back really quickly."
Yeah.
And we played a little more, but then we ended up calling it. But I was like, "Oh man, it was good." Yeah. I was like, I was back on top. Like, I felt pretty demoralized after my 2 last games. I was just like, I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this. But after I really kind of dug into my guys and tweaked my armies a lot. Because I was running with the same list I was running before.
Yeah.
And I just came back and said, I can't keep playing this way. I got to change it up. Mm-hmm. And so I started tweaking it. And, I'm excited. And of course, the problem is I want to buy more models and more units. And, I mean... No, they're expensive, but they're not like Warhammer expensive.
I don't. That means nothing to me. But all I know is the prices you've told me, and they're expensive.
There are several units I want to buy, and units tend to be like $40 a set.
That's expensive.
Yeah, and so I want them, but. Yeah. I'm probably going to buy some Paladins. I almost already, because I broke my headset, my gamer headset.
Yeah.
This last week, I broke it, and I kept trying to fix it.
Yeah, I helped you glue it once.
Yeah, and it held up for a day and then broke again. And then I glued it and then electrical taped it, and it still broke and started falling apart. So I ordered me a new headset.
So there goes your money.
Well, and that's what I was getting at. Is like I ordered a new headset, and since I did so well, I like the Paladin so much. I was thinking about I own one, and I own Dart and Vilmont. I own those 2, and I can run 3 Paladins though, so I could buy 2 more to run with them. And I was proxying some other proxying other models to try them out before I buy them, and so they're like $11 for each one of those. Mm-hmm. So when I ordered my headset, I almost bought two more little Paladin guys to add to it. It almost happened.
Yeah. And
I didn't let myself, but I was just like, okay. But I needed a new headset.
As soon as you buy it, then you won't play for like 2 months.
No, I don't know. Gary and John, we've all been on fire for it. I think we're gonna
play. Which is kind of annoying. Well, it's not annoying. It's just kind of. It means that we don't play board games.
Yeah,
as often.
It kind of eats into our. But that's
we only play board games maybe once every couple of weeks.
Yeah,
and not even that, because it's maybe once a month, because one time y'all do Warmachine and then like 2 weeks later, might be a board game.
Yeah.
But the last couple of weeks, y'all been playing Warmachine.
Yeah.
Which is fun. I don't mind, especially when I just go and play Pokemon Go.
Yeah. You're leaping way ahead of me in the Pokemon Go.
I'm level 15 now.
Yeah.
Halfway through 15.
Yeah.
I'm got to start stockpiling.
I'm still like
again.
12, maybe 13. I can't remember.
I have 60 individual Pokemon now. Pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I'm pretty close to half of what's out there and available.
Yeah.
But I'm getting to where it's like I'm seeing less and less new stuff.
Yeah.
I had 2 things I had seen but have not caught. I finally caught one of them this week. The Tangela.
Tangela, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen the shadow of it around. I had never.
It was one of those that evaded me, and then I did not see for a long time, and then one day I just saw it, and I was like, and I grabbed them, and I was able to catch them.
I've been seeing stuff like. I don't know. It just feels like it does this on purpose. When I don't have any Pokeball,
yeah, you've been seeing.
That's
stuff,
when I see stuff I don't have or I want. I kept seeing. I saw a Charmander the other day.
You don't have a Charmander yet?
I don't have a Charmander yet.
Yeah.
I saw one and I didn't have any Pokeballs.
Squirtle's the only one I don't have.
I saw a Pikachu a couple of weeks ago. On the first week, I think I was down to 2 Pokeballs. We were in a drive-through.
Yeah,
getting some food, and I saw a Pikachu, which I still don't have.
Yeah,
and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna get I only had 2 balls, and I had 2 chances of getting it, and the first one I closed around him. He shook and he broke out.
Yeah,
like, all right, this is it. This is my moment of truth. And I threw it and it completely missed. And so like I've seen the shape of Pikachu's around a couple of times since. And actually I saw one. I saw one I could catch the other day, and I didn't have any Pokeballs. Yeah. Every time I see one, I don't have any Pokeballs.
I've done fairly well. I've gotten way better at catching them or throwing Pokeballs. So usually the only way they get away is if they break out and that's it.
And they
run away.
They run off. Yeah.
But I've gotten pretty good at throwing them and throwing the curve.
Yeah, doing the curveball thing.
I've gotten pretty good at that.
I've gotten better at it. Yeah.
It's fun. It's still interesting. So there's a lot. I have a lot of news about that this week.
I figured we'd get into that in a second.
Yeah, I have nothing else to talk about as playing. So did you want to talk about something else before we start?
Back to Warmachine.
You've spent 20 minutes talking about Warmachine.
I want to talk about War. I just want to play it.
And half of it I don't understand. And I don't know if our listeners do either.
Well, I know one listener.
Well, Gary does.
Yeah, no, he listens.
He is our faithful listener.
Gary.
And that's great.
If we could get 2 games a week in, that would be awesome. From now on, every week, 2 games.
I don't think that's going to happen.
It's not. It was awesome that it happened this week.
Yeah. It was, okay, well, get your Warmachine out of the way.
I don't remember what I was going to say. I was just going to say, I love it. You need to play it.
Yeah, you told me that.
The problem is, I have 2 armies, but the problem is, to play a 50-point game, I don't quite have... I need to buy a couple of things for my Cephalix to get them to 50 points.
Yeah. Or you could just make paper cutouts and play with those.
Well, I could.
I mean, because the game doesn't actually need the figures.
Well, yeah. That's true. I mean,
so
if you're just playing with
friends... You could save yourself
a
lot of money.
You could.
And just make little round circles and say, this is this, and mark numbers on them and play them.
But the aesthetic... It's funny because Gary's been proxying a lot because he hasn't bought. He has Convergence.
For those who don't play Warmachine, proxying means you use a different unit to play.
It's when you have other models and you play that model, but you say this is something else. It's something else.
So his Gator Pig, he has no Gator Pigs.
He has no Gator Pigs, and but he has a bunch of Convergence. Yeah, so he's been throwing, and it's so funny because. Back when I first was starting, he was just getting into... But he was just switching over to Convergence. And I didn't play him when he was playing... I was playing against him then. The Convergence was still new, so he didn't have a lot of the models, or a lot of the models weren't even out yet. But he had some of the early rules for them already. And so he was proxying his other army for Convergence.
Mm-hmm.
Or so I never. Now he has a bunch of Convergence, and he's proxying him for Gator. I have never played against him where the stuff is on the I'm looking at on the table looks like what I'm actually playing.
Yeah.
Well, play John Dorsey, and he's got these fantastic, great looking Kador models, which look amazing.
Yeah.
Some of them frustrate the shit out of me because they're, I'm just saying, for those who know, the Behemoth on the Kador Behemoth Heavy Jack is a bitch. And I don't like it. It was bad in Mark II, and there's no way they don't nerf it.
Yeah.
They're just...
I remember you talking about it.
Yeah, there's just no way. Because the whole system now is a living rules thing, so they can update it and have erratas at any point.
Yeah.
So, which is good, because they can help the game evolve and keep things balanced.
And they can balance things out.
But, I mean, it's kind of annoying for people who bought the cards, like me, because the cards become irrelevant if they change stuff, but, yeah.
And you can make them.
And they'll have upgrade packs you can buy. But anyway,
moving on from Warmachine.
But why?
Because there are other things to talk about, and I don't care.
Yeah, but I like Warmachine.
Okay, back to Pokemon Go. There's some news on Pokemon Go.
As always, it's a little like we've had nothing but a month worth of Pokemon Go news.
This is the summer of Pokemon. That's what it is. So we're going to
talk about... The summer of George!
Until the summer ends, we will be talking about Pokemon every episode. And maybe even into the fall.
No, we'll talk about other things because we want people to keep listening.
Yes. But anyway, some quick news. There was an update this week.
No, take your time. There's no reason to be quick.
We do have limited time. There was an update for Pokemon Go just released yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Really recently.
Very quickly.
Some changes. They've changed some of the Pokemon stats.
Yeah.
What's the
Vaporeon?
Vaporeon was apparently really powerful.
Yeah,
they nerfed him a little bit.
It was
they bumped down one of his abilities, so he's not as strong.
I would say 75% of the gyms I saw had a Vaporeon.
Yeah, apparently not so much anymore.
Not so much. Because that or a Snorlax. I saw a lot of Snorlax. I have not seen one.
I haven't either.
But I've seen them at every other gym I see has a Snorlax sitting on top of it.
They're around. So there was that change. They okay, quote unquote, fixed the 3 steps, and I say quote unquote fixed because they didn't fix it; they just removed it.
Yeah.
They apparently changed the way tracking works in the game. They've decreased the area of the nearby Pokemon, so it's not as big of an area. So if you see a Pokemon in your nearby thing, it's not as far away. It could, or not potentially not as far away.
Yeah.
But also,
which I don't have a point of reference for that. I don't know how far away they would show up anyway.
According to what I read, the newest one was 70 meters.
Okay.
Radius.
Okay.
I think it was probably twice that before.
Okay, well, that's a big area.
It's a big area. Because 3 steps is pretty far. It can be pretty far away.
Yeah. I never did get into the walking around a whole lot, tracking stuff. Yeah. You and Gary were doing that while I was playing Warmachine.
Yeah, I only did a little bit before they messed up.
Yeah, before they bugged it.
Well, they've done away with, they made the area smaller, but apparently, and I haven't tested this, so I don't know. Apparently, the order on the nearby chart is irrelevant now. So used to, you could kind of tell which was close by based on what order they were in. Apparently, that doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't matter. They just show up there.
So basically, there's no tracking in the game anymore.
So how do you find them?
You don't. And the other problem is,
you just walk around and hope you hit something?
Yeah, basically, you just have to wander around.
That's weird. It seems like a step backwards.
It is. And here's the problem. Okay, here's another problem. To counteract the 3 steps, people have been using outside third-party services. Yeah. So there's like Pokemon Vision and Pokemon Radar. Yeah. Pokemon Vision will actually tap into the server and will tell you what Pokemons are in certain areas.
Yeah.
And, it's been shut down.
Yeah.
They shut down Pokemon Vision.
Yeah.
Still kind of not sure why. Probably because Pokemon Go people, Niantic, however you say it, probably told them they had to stop it or whatever. Because they have their rights, they can do that. It is a violation of their terms of use. But anyway, so because that, they've shut down Pokemon Vision. Mm-hmm. Tracking is basically not in the game anymore. Yeah. So there's really no way to tell what Pokemon are nearby without just walking around hoping one of them shows up.
Yeah.
Which kind of ruins it for a lot of people. And even for me, I'm kind of like, that kind of... I mean, right now, mostly I'm just playing while I'm going somewhere or whatever.
Yeah.
So it doesn't affect me too much. But on times where I go to Gary's or, I want to be able to walk around and find it, I won't really be able to without just wandering in. Yeah. And people have actually requested refunds.
Yeah, I saw that.
People were requesting refunds because they bought items in the game, and they're actually getting them back. Yeah. They're actually getting refunds. So if you put money into this game and because of the tracking you're not playing as much, or it's kind of ruined the game for you, you can submit a request to get a refund. And they will give it to you. Uh-huh. According to what I've read online, they actually do. I haven't put any money in it yet, so
I haven't either.
It hasn't affected me yet.
So it doesn't really affect me that way. But I
hope they fix it.
Yeah, it must. I might guess. I'm just my assumption is that they're reworking it and that they want to come up with a better way to do it. And then the way I see it, that they were already pretty much had already removed the tracking anyway because it was the 3-step bug, which we call it a bug. I don't know if they didn't.
It may not have been a bug.
I don't know if it was a bug or if they just did it on purpose, and because they knew they were going to remove it because they didn't like the way it was being used. But I just wondering if they must have some plan to put a better version of it in.
And it could be it might have been taxing the servers too much.
Maybe
you have to realize that too. But they did not expect so many people to be playing. Yeah. There are more people, and there are more people. Your phones are constantly getting data from the servers, and tracking Pokemon also taxes the server. Yeah. So it could be. The reason they get away with tracking is because that way
it was one less thing to be
and the same thing with Pokemon Vision, that because they're pinging the servers for information for their deal,
it was heavier load on the tax.
That might be the reason why they've done away with it or made them stop.
That would make sense.
That's possibility.
Yeah.
Whether no one said one way or the other. Yeah. Even people doing Pokevision can't talk about it for some reason.
Yeah.
So it's kind of all in the muddy right now.
Yeah.
So the game is kind of taking a hit because of it. hopefully they'll iron some of these things out and they'll put some form of tracking back into the game, because that's part of the fun, is seeking out these Pokemon, seeing there's something nearby and going to it.
Yeah.
Other things in the update.
Mm-hmm.
You can make some changes to they have new features for your profile. So if you want to, they have a couple more options for backpacks and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Not like
mostly
the 3.
Yeah, mostly like red, yellow, blue, so you can team coordinate or whatever.
Okay.
So I've changed all my stuff to red stuff.
I haven't looked at. I have not even turned it on since they've updated it.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool. And they, you can change your profile after the fact now.
Yeah. Okay.
Though you're not stuck with the same thing anymore.
I mean, there wasn't that many options to start off with.
Yeah, they've just added a couple more.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's cool.
That's cool. And it's good that they allow you to change it and you're not locked into what they gave you, what little choice they gave you at the beginning. I'm curious to see how it's going to feel. Like, to me, it feels like it was a step back, but yeah, there could be some. I can understand, like, there's probably some more reasons we don't know about.
I'm sure there is. We just don't know.
And
they're not talking about it.
Yeah, so, like, yeah, I can understand it. And I'm still gonna play. I don't have any money invested in it.
It's a very passive game.
Yeah,
and so I still play it.
We haven't been like hardcore about it at all. Like we haven't really been doing the gym stuff at all. I keep an eye out on them just because
I like looking
team pride kind of thing. Oh, are we in control right now? No, we lose and
we've been gaining power in the area. It seems it seems like a lot of the we've always had a little bit, like maybe half the gyms I've seen are Valor. It seems like we're getting more and more of them now.
It comes and goes a lot. Like I like there was one day where we came through in the morning and we had all the gyms and like all the ones we went by. There was three or four in an area, and I was like, oh, we have them all. Well, then we came back through at lunch and they were all gone. Like Mystic had taken it over. Like in our area, it's been mostly Mystic and Valor fighting it out all the time. Yeah. And then I came back later that afternoon or evening and we had it back.
Yeah.
So they kept fighting over. And then there's one. In our little area, I've only seen one gym controlled by Instinct, and that was over by the Catholic Church.
It's always yellow.
It's always yellow. That's where their heathen is.
I'm guessing there's a bunch of people of
maybe some nuns over there or something
are at that church, and that they just constantly do it, and they always have it.
Over in Gary's area, it's mostly Instinct, though.
Yeah.
Like for the first few weeks, like every time I was over there, it was nothing but Team Instinct.
Yeah.
But since we've been back, I've been seeing some Mystic and Valor over there recently, but it's
always changing. It's a pretty consistent. But I want
cool,
to talk about the night I went and played. I was over at Gary. There was this really good spot downtown over there, and I probably saw 30 people just playing Pokemon Go. And this is not. We drove around a little bit before we came out. This was 10:30 at night.
Yeah,
30 people are downtown.
Yeah,
playing. Not all of them playing Pokemon Go. It's insane.
Yeah, and not just like kids. Like,
no, like
these are like college age and older.
I mean, it's probably anywhere from 19 to 30.
Yeah,
I would guess.
Yeah,
and some older people too with their kids and whatever. So it's cool.
It is cool. It's very cool. It's weird, but it's cool.
Yeah. I saw a pretty funny story.
Oh yeah.
About Pokemon Go. Is a bunch of people had kind of gathered together in this one area, and they were all having friendly bouts for a gym. So they were all like CP 1000 at the most, and they were fighting over a gym. And they were all kind of friendly. They were probably 24 or so people playing, and they said they were all friendly, just kind of having fun, just taking turns getting it, getting experience and catching Pokemon, and had lures going. And then all of a sudden, someone with a level like CP 1500 or 1400 or something Pokemon, they takes the gym away from it, and the guy's name was Poops96. And the name alone is really fun. The guy's name was Poop96. And they're all like, well, who is that? And they're all looking around. They see this one guy sitting on a bench by himself, kind of got a hood up, and he's sitting there and on his phone. And they were like, and one of them yelled over there, "Are you Poop96?" And the guy looks up and goes, he kind of saunters over and, "Yeah, that's me." And he goes, "Poop69 was taken." I thought that was great. I mean, it's such a silly little story, but, you know.
What a stupid name!
He wanted Poop 69.
Yeah.
But it was taken.
Yeah, that just sounds gross.
It sounds terrible. Okay. A few other news, non-Pokemon news.
Apparently, I saw this thing. Apparently, Russia thinks Pokemon Go is evil.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was like, okay.
It was one of the, I just like enough Pokemon stories. Yeah. I just kind of skimmed that one.
Yeah.
A few other things in the news. A man who bought a leaked copy of No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
For $1,300.
Yeah.
Was already starting to post things about it. But he stopped because he decided he didn't want to spoil the game.
Yeah.
Because apparently he's really good.
Yeah. Apparently the reason he bought it was because he didn't want to be spoiled before he wanted to play it before anyone else.
Yeah. Oh, really?
And so, and I think, or at least the way I understood it, it's like the reason he went nuts and spent so much money on it because he wanted to be the first one to play it, so there was no chance he would get anything spoiled about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then
he was starting to spoil it for other people.
And then he was like, "We're gonna post about it," but then he changed his mind and realized he didn't want to do it.
Yeah, so I didn't know that part. That's interesting.
I gathered that from reading, just skimming little brief bits of articles. I didn't want to read a lot of it because I didn't want to. Again, I was trying not to get spoiled about stuff.
Yeah.
I just want the game.
Yeah,
it's coming soon.
Next month.
Next month in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I may have to get it too.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so.
Yeah. It looks cool.
I need something new.
Yeah.
Something new and something different.
Something fresh.
I think that would be a good one.
I'm excited.
Since you'll be playing it, we can play it together.
Yeah. We can explore the endless galaxies.
I just can't imagine paying $1,300 for a game.
I can't.
I cannot.
I played some games I loved a lot.
If they had a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2 floating around, I would love to play that game so badly. Still wouldn't pay $1,300.
Would not pay $1,300 unless I was just rich, I guess.
$100 maybe.
Yeah, $100
for an early copy.
$150 maybe.
If we split it.
Yeah, but if I had the money to spare and I just wanted to play it early, yeah, I'm like, if I were rich, I would buy it.
Well, yeah, if I were rich, I'd do a lot of things.
Even if I had a bunch of money, boatloads of money, I just could not see myself spending $1,300.
Yeah, just can't do it. No.
I hope the guy had the money.
Yeah,
I hope he didn't break himself over it.
I hope he didn't break the bank.
I mean, we are big fans of the hobby.
Yes, obviously.
But I like to think we have some self-control and some patience.
We have patience.
I get pretty impatient sometimes about some games, but even then, kind of like when people freaked out about, No Man's Sky being pushed back a month.
Yeah.
And they were just sending death threats. I'm like,
oh, well.
I never...
Get over it.
I was a little annoyed, and I kind of figured it was going to happen, but I was like, so? I mean, there's no reason to threaten people or freak out or burn a bunch of money or whatever. It's just I haven't, as much as I've been talking about No Man's Sky pretty much since we started this podcast.
Yeah,
still haven't pre-ordered it.
Yeah,
I'm just bad about pre-ordering
Steam,
nowadays.
Right?
Yeah, it's on Steam. I've almost bought it a couple times. I just haven't done it, and I just keep forgetting to do it.
Nowadays, there's no real reward for pre-ordering it. You might get
some things do it.
Digital extra stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes, most time I don't care about it.
Yeah. Usually it's like cosmetic stuff.
Yeah, and then otherwise, with Steam, if it's a PC game, you buy it the day before it comes out, and you can maybe get the early download, and that'd be it.
Yeah. I want. Of course, it's apparently not that big of a game either.
Oh, really?
I think
it's all procedurally generated.
Yeah, but it's like 6 gigs.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, that's what I remember reading. It was like it was only a 6 gig download, which is really nice.
Then I probably will get it.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
We're running out of time, and I have 2 more things to get to.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So there's a rumor. I don't know if it's a rumor. It's a report from Eurogamer, I think it is, about the Nintendo the next Nintendo NX.
NX.
What they're reporting is that Nintendo NX will be a portable console with detachable controllers.
Yeah, that's the rumor. Yeah.
And that it'll work like you have a docking station that you can dock to a TV.
Yeah.
So it's a full-fledged console, but it's portable.
Yeah.
And the schematic, or not schematics, the drawings they show of it, it looks like a tablet kind of thing with controllers on the side.
Yeah, the controllers like apparently detach.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know if they go back together to make a controller, or you just hold them like the nunchucks or something.
I think it's supposed to be 2 separate controllers.
Yeah.
That's the way I took it. Yeah. I could be wrong.
I'm not sure. There's been a lot. Graham, I don't think I talked to you about that. Our buddy Graham was, but I guess it could be the
BGR?
No, I'm not going to call it that.
Never mind.
I thought about doing it. I'm not doing it.
The BGR.
We were talking about it, and he was sending me like a link of a bunch of like fan-made mock-ups.
Oh, yeah?
And some of them were really silly looking. Yeah. And some of them were like obviously being bad. Like some of them were just creepy. Like that weird guy from Zelda. What's
the guy in the tights and he dressed up as like a fairy, but he's not one.
Yeah, what's that guy's name?
I can't remember. He annoys me.
Yeah. Anyway, it's like him with controllers attached to him and weird stuff, but it's pretty funny. Yeah. And I was talking to him. It's like, I've been going about how I want to get a new 3DS.
Yeah.
Which sounds weird because it's called the new 3DS.
Yeah.
It's new to me, but it's also the new 3DS. Yes. Anyway, I've been wanting to get a new 3DS solely for the backwards compatible Super Nintendo games that I can get off the eShop. Yes. I just want to relive my childhood in a portable fashion.
Yes.
And I've been wanting to get one, but now I'm just kind of waiting because the NX should support all that stuff too.
Well, I don't know.
I assume it would. I mean,
the
Wii U does.
The report I read said there are no plans for backward compatibility, which I don't know if that means for like the Wii U, or if it's like
eShop stuff.
eShop stuff. So that's kind of vague.
I don't know. That would be weird. It seems so strange that you can get all those games on the Wii U.
Yeah,
but
I don't
then
think
NX won't be able to support it. I don't see that.
Yeah, they've got to have.
If it's true, I won't be getting one.
Yeah, exactly.
But if it's basically a more powerful portable that can also be double as a home console, I would be, and I can get all my other stuff on it. I would be very tempted by it. Yeah. And so I'm kind of waiting to see what it comes out to be.
Surely in the fall we'll start seeing stuff because it's coming out in March next year.
Yeah.
So 2017 March. Yeah. So surely in the fall we'll start seeing ads and start actually seeing what it looks like and what it's going to be.
Oh yeah.
Apparently it's going to use cartridges.
Okay.
Which is interesting.
That's weird.
It's weird.
They're portable. The
portables all use cartridges.
Yeah, so. It seems like because Nintendo's always done better with their portables.
Yes, and it seems like they're just doing that.
They're building like a super powerful portable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is cool. Yeah. So I'm intrigued. I don't know if I want to wait that long. I guess I can. I mean, if I don't have the money for it.
I'm interested in the NX because the next Zelda will be on it.
Yeah, which
I don't want to buy a Wii U, so I will probably either get an NX or rent the Wii U from Robert if he'll let me do it. But like, can I borrow this for a month to play the new Zelda after he played it, of course.
Yeah.
So the Deaf and Dumb review of Zelda will be delayed while I wait to be able to play it.
Unless you get an NX.
Unless I get an NX.
Yeah.
And then I'll do a review of that too.
Yeah.
Okay, the last little story.
Real quick.
So the South Park, the Fractured Butthole game.
I'm sorry, what's the title?
Fractured Butthole.
The Fractured Butthole, okay.
Fractured Butthole. So originally
the Fractured Butthole.
The original name wasn't the Fractured Butthole.
Okay.
It was changed because they couldn't say butthole. Like the word butthole.
Like originally it was called?
It was No. The original title was The Butthole of Time. But they couldn't call it
that. The new title's so much better.
But the new title's fantastic.
The new title's great.
As soon as they told them they can't call it The Butthole of Time, which is a good title.
Not a bad title.
But the new title is so much better.
It's so subversive.
Yes.
And that's what's so great about it.
The Fractured Butthole.
Because when I read it on paper, it didn't register. Until someone said it out loud, did I go, that's brilliant. Which is great. Like totally South Park.
And then it's even better. It's even better title because it plays in the whole Civil War thing, which is what it's doing, and it's just great. I just thought it was
It's
really
just
funny.
a better time. I think this is one of those cases where you know the
limitations
set on it made it better.
Yeah,
and I think that's great. It's because that's a great title. It's it's subversive. It's funny. It's just great.
It's perfect.
It's just perfect.
Yeah.
So I have not played either of those games. I hear they're pretty fun.
They're not out yet.
The Stick of Truth one.
Their other two games are out, but
the new one's
Fractured Butthole is not out yet.
No.
It looks like fun. Now. I have to get it.
I heard the last one was pretty fun.
Yeah, I have it. I think.
Really?
I got one of them for free from something.
Oh,
and I haven't played it.
No, there you go. I didn't know that.
I think it was one of those Humble Bundle things.
How humble of you?
I think. I don't know. I don't remember.
Anyway, yeah.
That's all I got.
Good week. Hopefully next week I'll have 2 more Warmachine games under my belt.
Yeah,
Gary.
I doubt it.
Gary.
I'm
talking to you, Gary.
We don't need to spend another 30 minutes in an episode talking about Warmachine.
I've been hoarding in on all the games because John can't come every week, and but so the last few times, when John comes, we played board games like 2 times ago or something, and then John and I played Warmachine. And then I played Warmachine with Gary, and I was like, "Well, next time I'll play with John again." And they were like, "Well, why don't Gary and Gary was like, well, John and I should get a game in." And I'm like, "But
why don't we actually play a board game?"
But I want to play Warmachine. Why don't want you? I mean, I don't mind y'all playing, but I want to play. Anyway, as always, you can go to our website. It's deafandumb.com.
We think we pre-record this and just put
You think so, but no, I refuse to do that.
Deafandumb.com.
Deafandumb.com. DeafNDumb.com. And you can subscribe to us there. You can find all our episodes there. You can find links to our Facebook page, iTunes, Google, whatever. Play.
Well, there's no link to Google Play, but
maybe that's why nobody uses it.
No, because it's just no one uses it.
No one using it.
No one uses it.
And you can find links. You can.
If someone starts using Google Play to listen to our show, let us know. I'd like to hear about it.
Is it worth it?
No. Well, I don't know if it is or not, but it's on there.
Yeah, you can send us an email if you want. No one ever does, but you can.
And you can tweet at us.
You can tweet at us. You can Facebook at us, I think.
Yep.
You can do all kind of stuff.
Follow us on all those.
Contact us, or don't. Which is what you're doing anyway.
Really, just let us know you're listening. That's all we care about.
Yeah. As always, we have a new episode every week on Monday. I want to thank everyone for listening. I'm Dan May.
And I'm Dudley May, and this has been Deaf and Dumb.